What's up, guys? This is Princess Strong Style 9v2 here, and this coming weekend is obviously WrestleMania weekend. And as of Wednesday, March 23rd, 2016, I accomplished the dream. Yes, I accomplished the dream of 100 subscribers, which that was awesome. I cannot thank you guys enough. I am just so happy I finally made it to 100 subscribers. Because, you see, I started YouTube January 4th, 2014, the Wrestle Kingdom 8, I believe. And I honestly thought, you know what, this could be something fun that I could do. I wasn't intending it to be a career thing. I was intending it to be like a fun little thing that I could do from time to time. And eventually I just started loving this, and I started really working hard to try to get a lot of these videos done, and really, I would say it was not until the summer of last year when I really started to get going, and then I really started to get on a roll after Wrestle Kingdom 10, which I was one of the first people, if not the first person to get a review out for that show, and I finally made it. Finally made it to that point where I got 100 subscribers. It took a while, but I finally made it. But yeah, basically I'm just going to talk about all the major shows upcoming for WrestleMania weekend, leading into WrestleMania 32, which a lot of people have mixed feelings about. But I think it'll definitely be a fun show. So I'm only going to go through the Evolve Double Shot, WWN Live Super Show, NXT TakeOver, ROH's Supercard of Honor, and WrestleMania 32 itself. I don't know how long I can go, but we'll see how it goes. So let's start off with Evolve 58, which will take place. Give me a second. Thankfully, I have the show cards, the cards for the show set up on my computer. So yeah, let's get started. So Evolve 58 will take place this Friday, April the 1st. And it'll take place at Eddie Dean's Ranch in Dallas. And looking at this card, this looks really, really good. I think, honestly, this could be the best Evolve show of the weekend. Zach Brown, who is a fellow YouTuber on here, actually said he was going to go to the the Friday Evolve show, which I think that's a hell of a show to go to, because this looks really excellent on paper. I haven't watched Evolve in a while, but I did recently see the Evolve 53 show stealer, which was Heroes Eventually Die, Chris Hero and Tommy End versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Sami Callihan, which was a fantastic, the best one I've seen so far this year, and definitely one of the best tag matches I've seen in the last 2 years. If you haven't seen that, check it out. But let's go through the show. So we have Evolve title matchup, the rematch from Evolve 56. Timothy Thatcher versus the challenger Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle is a former UFC fighter, I believe, and he recently, around the fall of 2015, made his debut and got the title match against Timothy Thatcher at Evolve 56, which I haven't seen it yet, but apparently from Moti Wrestling, which you can check out the channel in the description box. Apparently that match was great, but the finish sucked. So apparently the finish was that Thatcher, you know how you have those shoot style type of moves, like the knees to the gut and everything like that. Well, apparently Thatcher, and there's actually a mini doc on the Evolve on the WWN Live YouTube page where they were going before, during, and after the match. And apparently Thatcher, when he was kneeing Riddle in the gut, apparently he hit a low blow, but the referee didn't see it. Riddle went stopped for a second, and then he got headbutted. 1, 2, 3. Thatcher retains, which, looking at that finish, that did suck, because it was just basically a filler championship match for a bigger match. And I do disagree with Evolve doing these multiple shows during the weekend, like double shots or triple shots. I think that really hampers a lot of the talent's ability to really compete on the second or third night, because if they go for 30 minutes on the first night and then they go 15 or 20 minutes or even longer than that on the second night, they're going to be tired as hell, because even if it's a tag match, it's going to be hard to really compete. So I really am hopeful that hoping that this match delivers. I think this has potential. I've seen a bit of Matt Riddle. He's really good. Thatcher is an excellent technician, so this will be a very interesting match to see. Next up, we have the Evolve Tag Team titles with the new champions, Johnny Gargano and Drew Galloway, who has recently won the TNA World Championship, which congratulations to Galloway. Gargano and Galloway won the titles in a tournament over the Evolve 53 to 55 weekend. I can't remember who they defeated in the finals. I think it might have been Tommy End and Chris Hero. If anybody can remind me or let me know, can you please let me know in the comments section? But yeah, Gargano and Galloway, I was surprised it would either be them or Hero and Ed would probably win the titles. Even the Premier Athlete brand, which they are the challengers for this match, which, first of all, the Premier Athlete brand are just so overrated. I can appreciate their athleticism and their in-ring ability, but just, they're so freaking stale. I think this is the best time for them to break up, because the stipulation is, if Nice and Conley don't win the match, they can never team again. First of all, they've been together for like 3 years. 2, I saw highlights of it, and they pretty much got buried by Chris Hero 2 years ago at Evolve 28, I believe. Yeah, they pretty much got buried by Hero at Evolve 28 in the Evolve title match. So basically, they just really need to break up. I'm starting to get sick and tired of them. I've seen Evolve 45, most of it until I believe like the 3rd or 4th match. I think Rich Swann and Trent Beretta, which I thought was an awesome match at the time. But, you know, Caleb Conley is just so overrated. I'm not a fan of his at all, really. I can appreciate his in-ring ability, but they just need to break him up. So overall, I think this could be a really good match, but really, Caleb Conley and Anthony need to lose this match. Gargano and Galloway, although I feel like Galloway's going to turn heel sometime soon, I just think they need to break up Nice and Conley. Anyway, next match, which is the Best in the World Challenge Series. Basically, Zack Sabre Jr. made a promise to himself that he wanted to prove he was the best in the world by putting on this series of matches. He had a few matches recently. I think he's going to also face one other guy, which I'll mention in a little bit, at Evolve 59, if not on the WWN Live Weekend Show. I will talk, Super Show, sorry. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, this will be an excellent match. I really am looking forward to this match. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Will Ospreay. For those who don't know, Will Ospreay is actually a high flyer from England who's actually worked with the Revolution Pro and Progress promotions, which, if you combine all 3 promotions, I will talk about them in a little bit, about another thing that was announced earlier in the week on Twitter, which I thought that's awesome. But Ospreay, I've seen a bit of him. I've seen him at what was it, the Bola weekend. I thought he was excellent in that weekend. And really, Ospreay is just one of the best high flyers, yet people don't really give him the credit. This could be an excellent show stealer, I think. This should be tremendous. I fully think that this could be the match of the night, easily. Sabre's just one of the best in the world, and spoiler alert, he did win the PWG title, which I thought that's awesome, at All-Star Weekend 12, which I will hopefully watch that show if it ever comes out, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, next up is the Tag Team Challenge match, Chris Hero and Tommy End. Heroes Eventually Die versus Team Catchpoint, which is Drew Gulak and Tracy Williams. I think he's a really underrated technical wrestler. People have been saying he's like the Bryan Danielson of the indies in a way. But he takes it more slow and more methodical, which I really think is interesting. Kind of like a Finlay or William Regal type of thing. Also, you have Tracy Williams, who is, I don't know if he's recently new, but he's really good. I've seen him, and he's really good. I saw his match with Biff Busick a few months ago. I thought that was really good. But yeah, I think this could be a second best match of the night, probably. This could be maybe the best if it exceeds the Sabre-Ospreay match, but expect some great tag team wrestling here. Then we have Ricochet versus TJ Perkins, which I think could be a really, really good undercard match. If this opens the show, I have no problem with it, because Perkins is one of the most underrated talents out there today. I believe he's still working under the Manic gimmick in TNA. I don't know, I haven't seen TNA in a while, but this could definitely be an excellent match, I think, if it gets time. And yeah, Perkins and Ricochet. Ricochet is really one of the best in the world right now. I can't wait. This should be an excellent match, hopefully. Sami Callihan versus Ethan Page in a special challenge match, number 1. This could be decent. I haven't seen a lot of Sami. I saw him in the tag match. I thought he was really good there. He was the weakest of the performers of the 4, but I don't know. But this could be a really good singles match. Ethan Page is really underrated as well. He's really come into his own on the independent circuit. So hopefully they get like a decent amount of time. But I think this will be more of a decent match than a great match. But yeah, I think just that. Then we have, I believe this is the debut of Marty Scurll. Yes, I actually saw him at Bola as well. In Bola, not at because I wasn't at the show, but he's facing this young guy named Fred Yehi, which Moti, he actually talked about him and saying that he's really, really good. I haven't seen him yet, so if I get the chance to watch the show, hopefully he delivers. But yeah, that's Evolve 58. I think this could be an excellent show. Or maybe at least a really good show. I think really 2 or 3 matches could steal a show. And yeah, Friday night, April the 1st. It may take place in the afternoon, I think, because of what's going to happen later in the night. But yeah, this should be a great show, I think, hopefully, which has a lot of good matches. And to Zach Brown, if you're watching this, good luck and have fun over there in Dallas. Anyway, then we have Ring of Honor Super Card of Honor, which they're doing a 2-night showing, and I think the first night's going to be a pay-per-view, and the second night I think might be for television. I haven't heard any news about it, but I think this could be a really good show. Especially, I think both nights have really good upper mid-card matches, but we'll get to those, which is going to take place at the Hyatt Regency Dallas. I don't know what building is that, but to a lot over there in Dallas, you guys are lucky as hell because there's so many good matches on this weekend because I'm actually like 10 hours away from Dallas, so if I had saved money the last year, if I had a job or something like that, I definitely would have gone, but I do have an internship and I do film stuff, so hopefully if I save enough, I can go to Wrestlemania weekend if it comes to Texas again, which may be a while, but I will go to Texas, hopefully, for a Wrestlemania weekend, but anyway, Super Card of Honor 10, I think this looks really good, especially one match in particular, but the main event I'm kind of mixed on, which we'll get to, but this looks like a solid card up and down, or top to bottom, but really last year I heard that Super Card of Honor 9 was disappointing, and hopefully this delivers something really enjoyable, and we'll see how it goes. So basically the main event is the ROH World Championship match, the current champion Jay Lethal versus Leo Rush, who was apparently a up-and-comer who recently won the Top Prospect tournament in Ring of Honor, who recently won it at a recent show. I think it might have been the anniversary show, but I don't know. I haven't seen Leo. He's actually working CZW on the weekend, and also he's working Evolve, I believe. I'll have to look it up in a little bit, but yeah, he's working multiple shows, and I think this is great. I think this is a really good idea personally because it really gives a lot of refreshing talent a chance to work in the main event. I know ACH worked the ROH World title match like almost 2 years ago with Jay Briscoe at Glory of Honor, which didn't go over well, although it was in Texas as well. I want to see if Leo can actually hang in there with Jay because I've never seen him, and I don't know, if I become a fan of him, hopefully I will, but my only complaint is that not only is this having like not much build because I haven't watched a lot of the ROH TV show, but also, please, Ring of Honor, do not screw Leo over. Do not do like a bullcrap finish with like a DQ or interference by what's her name? What? I don't know what her name is, but whoever is with Truth Martini in the House of Truth, please do not do interference because Tokyo Dome and with the recent show. Remember who Jay Lethal faced on that show? He had several title matches in the month of January, February, which I was disappointed that a lot of them had like interference, especially the Talaki Onma match at the Honor Rising show. I haven't seen the match, but apparently there was a lot of interference with that match or something like that, so please do not screw Leo over. He'll lose the match anyway, so why even bother screwing him over? So hopefully this is a somewhat good match. I think this could be a really good match for the main event of Super Card of Honor Night 1, so we'll see how it goes. And this one, this one's going to be a show stealer easily, hopefully. because the Young Bucks have been on fire, and I already spoiled it. The Young Bucks versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah, recently Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin reunited, and I'm so happy because these teams have just had some fantastic matches in TNA, especially the Ultimate X match at Destination X 5 years ago, and the Full Metal Mayhem match at Final Resolution, which were excellent matches for the tag titles, for number one contendership and tag titles, respectively. So I think this could be the show stealer easily. We'll see how it goes. I'm just really excited for this match. This is the first time in, like, I believe 5 years since we've seen these guys face each other in any major promotion. Hopefully this delivers, and I think it pretty much will be a great match. Not a classic, but definitely a great match, and arguably could be ROH of the year if it exceeds the expectations, because Sabin's had knee injuries. He can move still, but the problem is that he's had knee injuries or mainly ACL injuries, ACL tears. Sorry about that. He's had some ACL tears, which definitely has hampered his old athleticism that he's really proved in the ring. So hopefully this match delivers, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, and the rest of the card looks really solid up and down the card. I think the next two matches I'll mention I think look excellent. Adam Cole versus ACH, which I think could tear the house down if they are given time, and if you don't give them like some BS like dramatic finish, or well, not dramatic finish. What's it called? A interference thing. Like I said, I haven't seen Ring of Honor in a while, so I think this could be another great match for the weekend if it's given time. But I don't expect it to be, but I expect it to be a really good match at least. Matt Sydal versus Kyle O'Reilly, which I believe is the first time they're going to face each other. This should be great, I think. This could tear the house down. They could definitely have a really good match. So we'll see how it goes. Roderick Strong versus Moose, I think could be a decent match. Moose has impressed me over the past year or two. He was really green at first, but like after Best in the World, he really proved that he can go out there and work an athletic match. He's not like Uhaa Nation or Apollo Crews currently, but I think he's a decent performer. He's like kind of like a Baron Corbin, where he has like a presence to him, but it's not like amazing. But he can prove in the ring that if you give him time, if you give him the right person, he can definitely work a solid match. So I think this could be a decent match, but not like a great match. Maybe it could be an opener, but we'll see how it goes. Then we have an 8-man tag with the Briscoes and War Machine versus the All Night Express, Silas Young, and the Beer City Bruiser, which could be good. I think the Briscoes have definitely he's really a lot more comfortable working with his brother Mark in the last year. I mean, they've had some solid tag matches. I haven't seen any other recent matches, but from what I've seen, with Final Battle and stuff like that, the Briscoes have really been much more comfortable and much more motivated as a tag team than what they were in the singles. Because Jay, when he was given the title, he was babyface for most of the time, and he really should have been a heel. I can agree with Sanders Robin that he should have been a heel for a majority of the title reign, and he really needed that intensity like we saw in 2011. So we'll see if this delivers something like entertaining. I expect it to be more entertaining than great, but we'll see how it goes. 6-Man Mayhem looks really good, I think, on paper. It looks pretty good on paper. Mainly, well, you know what? Now that I think about it, it could be just average, because really none of these guys are any great or anything. Frankie Kazarian arguably is the best one of the six, along with Adam Page, but I'm not expecting this to steal the show or anything like the 6-Man Mayhem from last year, but it should be decent. Bobby Fish, Christopher Daniels, could be solid, but Daniels just really needs to get out of ROH. I really am starting to get annoyed with him. Not that he's terrible, but just, I'm just not interested. Speaking of interest, this is the show I'm most looking forward to. Although there's one match that I'm not happy that is on the card, but oh my god, this should be phenomenal. This is going to be show of the year. I think this could potentially be show of the year, and that is NXT TakeOver Dallas. This is the 9th TakeOver special and the 10th ever special in general, because you had a Rival in February 2014, the first TakeOver in May, TakeOver 2, Fatal 4-Way in September, our Evolution in December of that year, TakeOver Rival in February 2015. Then you had Unstoppable in August, or not, sorry, in May. Then you had Takeover Brooklyn in August, which I'm currently watching. I just need to watch the double main event, and then I can get to London, which London took place in December. So I believe this is the 9th Takeover. Oh wait, Respect. I'm sorry, I forgot. Respect was in October as well, and then you had London in December. And I thought that Brooklyn last year, and still to this day, I thought that was the best takeover of the bunch, and really this could be the best one of the bunch. I mean, oh my god, the main event I'll talk about in a second, but I'm gonna lose my mind about that match. But Elias Sampson versus Apollo Crews could be decent. I think Sampson just doesn't have that just doesn't have a gimmick that's interesting. The guitar thing, I think he could use it in this match if the referee's not paying attention. You know there's gonna be like some shenanigans with Sampson hitting the guitar, but if it doesn't, I'm probably gonna have to go with Apollo Crews to go over if Sampson doesn't like use the guitar. I think this is the part of Sampson to use the guitar since he's using the whole drifter gimmick, but we'll see how it goes. Austin Aries debuted about a month or two ago. I think he can put on a really good match with Baron Corbin, at least somewhat good. Corbin, like I said, he's really improved over the last year, like Roman Reigns and Moose. I think those are three, along with Becky Lynch, as four of the top 5 people that really improved their craft last year. So, I think this definitely could be a good match for Corbin because it should be at least somewhat entertaining. And Aries coming in, I think that's awesome. Now we really get into the good stuff with the NXT Tag Team Championship match, the Revival, Dashley Dawson versus the Challengers, American Alpha, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. If they're given time, which I don't think they will, this could be a great opener. I think this could be a hot opener as well. You really need that opener to really get the crowd going. I think you can put that match on first, then Elias Sampson, Apollo Crews. Then you could put the Austin Aries Baron Corbin match, and then last but not least, the triple main event, which, wow, this looks... Sorry about that. If you heard like a buzzing, I'm sorry. I should have put the vibration down, or put it on silent. There we go. Alright, so phone's on silent. Sorry if you heard a vibration. Sorry about that. Or a buzz. Somebody was just messaging me. But anyway, triple main event, the NXT Women's Championship match, Bayley versus Asuka. This should be a tremendous women's match. Will it be on? Will it exceed the Bayley Sasha matches? I don't think so, but I think it could at least somewhat what's it called, match those matches, because I think from an intensity standpoint and from a physicality and technical standpoint, I think this could be the better of the matches. It could be better than those two matches because Asuka is just one of the best women's wrestlers I've ever seen, to be honest, and hopefully they give Bayley a bit of a title run, go a little longer. I think she really deserves a few more months because the next takeover, from what I read on CageMatch.net, is in August. So hopefully Bayley retains in this match. I'm not saying hopefully, sorry. Let's see if Bayley retains, which I think Lundrick made a good point that it could be like a quick little thing, not like a flash finish, but like one where Bayley survives after taking a beating from Asuka, which this should be the second best match in the show, which I'll talk about with the main event. Who should go over? I think Bayley should, but I have a feeling Asuka could go over because it's dependable. Because WWE and NXT they don't usually do like all 3 title matches to change all 3 titles to change hand in one night. They rarely do that, but this could be interesting if all 3 titles change hands in the same night. Because I have a feeling American Alpha could win the championships, and I know they definitely should. Because really, Jason Jordan, he's decent, but Chad Gable, there's a lot of money into that guy. So we'll see how it goes with that match, along with the women's title. Now, the NXT Championship, I think this could be the best match these two have ever had because I haven't seen their match in London. From what I heard, it was an excellent match, but I think this could be a great match, if not maybe even a classic if it even reaches that level with the time. I mean, Joe's just Joe has just been on fire this last few weeks. Not only did he have the great match with Balor, which, by the way, I haven't seen, like I said, but he also had 2 awesome matches with Sami Zayn, especially the 2 out of 3 falls match, which is my current WWE match of the year and my number 4 match of the year as of today. Just really great. I mean, Joe's just been on fire. Balor's been on fire as well. He had 2 great matches with Apollo Crews and Neville on NXT. I believe it was February the 3rd and March the 3rd, or March the 2nd. Yeah, March the 2nd and February the 3rd. This could be tremendous. This could be a great match, but we'll see how it goes. I think this definitely could be a great championship match. Not a classic, but also with the rumors of Gallows and Anderson coming in. We'll see how it goes. I think that definitely could be a great match to see with Joe and Balor, and a really cool thing if the Bullet Club makes their debut. But yeah, I'm expecting Joe to go over. Now, the main event. Oh my god. Whew. Lundrick, as he said, I'm pretty much going to have a wank over it, which a lot of you English people, if you understand what I mean, you got it, but a lot of you, a lot of us, Americans, probably won't understand, but I pretty much get the... I'm literally going to have a wank over this main event. Sami Zayn versus my boy, Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah! If that was loud, I'm sorry, but oh my god, I'm gonna lose it, guys, because I'm not gonna be able to watch the shows live. So if there's any replays, can you guys let me know if I can find a copy of them online? Because I'm just gonna lose my mind in this match. This could be a match of the year. This could easily be WWE's match of the year and the best NXT match ever. I think the best one, in my opinion, was Cesaro Sami Zayn from Arrival. That was a classic. That was a classic opener. Right here, this could kick all the other matches' asses. I mean, this should be a 5-star match. I'm expecting at least 4.5 stars. There are a couple people saying that it can't reach that level. I'm currently saying my match of the year right now is Tanahashi Okada from Wrestle Kingdom, but if this exceeds it, it's going to be scary for New Japan, because they pretty much had the match of the year the last 4 years, in my opinion, from 2012 to 2015. If they can keep the streak rolling with 2016, it'll be amazing. I think this match with Zayn and Nakamura is going to be the match of the year. When you have a former, I believe it's 4 or 5 or 6-time IWGP Intercontinental Champion facing a former NXT champion and the best wrestler in NXT history, in my opinion, you're going to get a 5-star match. I just hope, because after that 5-star IWGP Intercontinental title match at Wrestle Kingdom with Nakamura and Styles, I think Nakamura really worked the WWE style. A lot of people are doubting it. I'm not really doubting it. I'm just kind of concerned if they're going to give him a weird gimmick. I think Nakamura could fit that style. I just think he needs to tone it down a little bit, because a lot of his work really is around using his knees and the punches and the kicks. I mean, if you saw the match with Kota Ibushi to Wrestle Kingdom 9, you definitely understand what I mean. This should be a 5-star match easily. If they reach that level and they put on an emotional match, I swear to God, I'm probably going to cry, because, oh man, this should be match of the year. I'm hoping, please, give them 30 minutes. Give them 30 minutes to put on a 5-star match. I definitely guarantee that if they give 25, 30 minutes, or even 40 if they're lucky, they're going to have the match of the year for WWE. It's going to be phenomenal. Like I said, TakeOver is really the show I'm most looking forward to, with a couple of others right behind it. But really, Zayn and Nakamura is really the match I'm really most looking forward to. So, like I said, Lundrick, although I want to keep it family friendly, but if the 60s could get away with it, I might as well get away with it. Lundrick, I know you're not a dick or anything, but come on, man. I'm probably gonna have a worse wank than what I usually do for anything else, if you know what I mean. I'm just kidding, but I'm gonna lose my mind with this show. I swear to God. Then we have Evolve 59 for the same places as the Evolve 58 show. I think the because the theme of the show is going to be USA versus Europe, and I really think this could work because you have a lot of really talented guys working on this show. And we have matches are in order. This is the match that was most hyped, I believe, since it was first announced like a month or two ago for WrestleMania weekend. You have USA versus Europe Series match number 1, Ricochet versus Will Ospreay. A fantastic match. I think this could be the match of the night, but I think there's one or two matches that could be the match of the night, but I'm expecting this to steal the show. But we'll see how it goes. This could be tremendous. Ricochet versus Will Ospreay. Like I said, Ospreay's been on a roll with Progress and Revolution Pro, but yeah, this should definitely steal the show easily. Although Zach's not going to the match, I told him, hey, you should go to this one because it has a lot of really great matches on. Also, I will mention him in a little bit, but a certain Golden will be returning to the WWN Live family for one night only for the Super Show, which I mentioned. He's doing autographs at the show, so if you're gonna meet him there, you better get there quick because he's just a fantastic athlete, if you know what I mean. But sorry, my throat's killing me a little bit, but I'll keep going. You'll have USA versus Europe Series match number 2. I think this could be the best match that Thatcher has this weekend. Timothy Thatcher versus Marty Scurll. This should be a great match, I think. Maybe really good. The technical style that Thatcher works is really interesting, and Marty Scurll's really grown on me over the last year, so we'll see how it goes with this match as well. I think this could definitely be the second match of the show, along with this next match, which I think could be a potential show stealer as well. USA versus Europe Series match number 3, also part of the Best in the World Challenge Series. The Fighter, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Matt Riddle. I think this could steal the show, but I think this could be a really interesting match because Sabre works a much more different technical style than Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle's more of UFC, so it's going to be interesting to see like a technical wrestler versus a former UFC fighter. And yeah, by the way, speaking of UFC, pretty disappointed that my girl Holly Holm lost the belt, like, what was it, a month ago to Miesha Tate, but still, gotta give props to Miesha Tate, congratulations. Also, with Conor McGregor losing, that was a shock. But anyway, this should be great, I think. This could be really good for Sabre and really good for Riddle, because they're both two of the better wrestlers in the company right now, from what I've seen, so we'll see how it goes. USA versus Europe Series match number 4, TJ Perkins versus Tommy Henn. Another match that I think could be a very interesting, pretty interesting match that could happen. That could be really good, but I'm not expecting to be a great match, but more interesting than what it is. But yeah, then we have the Evolve Tag Team title match, which I think could main event the show, but I really think Ricochet and Ospreay should main event because, kind of like Zayn and Nakamura, if they go before the main event, it's going to be a tough time for the main event to really follow it. So, yeah, I think this could be a great match. And that is the Evolve Tag title match, which is Johnny Gargano and Drew Galloway versus Gulak and Williams. That's if they retain the titles at Evolve 50. At Evolve 58, it says here 57, although it's 58. If they don't retain, then it's probably going to be the Premier Athlete brand versus Gulak and Williams, which I don't think will be a good match. They just don't match really well, but this could be really good. And overall, this looks really good from top to bottom. The USA versus Europe Series. It's kind of like the follow-up to the USA versus the World Series they had with the Volume 1. What was it, like 3 years ago? But we'll see. Then I have 3 shows to go through. Sorry if this is going so long, guys, but I have to try to get this done as I can. Next up is the WWN Live Super Show, Mercury Rising. They did the first one last year, although Mercury Rising was a significant show that Evolve, or no, Dragon Gate USA did before the promotion went out of business, which funny fact, that despite the fact that it was critically known as the worst show in Dragon Gate USA history, Mercury Rising 2014 was the last ever Dragon Gate USA show of all ever, and they haven't done one since, which I think that's pretty hilarious considering it was just a travesty. Oh my god, I've seen a bit of it. It was a booking travesty for Gabe Sapolsky 2 years ago, and hopefully I don't know if he's still booking, but I'm pretty sure he is. Um, Hopefully he doesn't screw anything up with the weekend because he has 3 shows to book, or I think mainly 2 with Evolve because the WWN Live Super Show is basically bringing a lot of like all the major promotions from the WWN Live family, Evolve, Shine, FIP. I think Shimmer's a part of it, but I think more Shine. Yeah, Shine's a part of it. So let's go through the card. The main event, like I said, the Golden Star is going to be in this match. Kota Ibushi. Yes, Kota Ibushi is returning. I think that's awesome. I mean, Ibushi, I believe he got injured last year. He was supposed to do a tour with the DDT promotion, but apparently after like October he got injured sometime and it couldn't work. I think that's what happened, but he's returning to the ring, and I think that's awesome that he's doing it with this match because with Dragon Gate, they've done the Dragon Gate 6-man matches, especially on WrestleMania weekend. If you saw Supercard of Honors 1 through 3, you know which ones I mean. You had Do Fixer Blood Generation in the first one. I think you have the mix of talent in the second one, and then you had, I think it was Outlaws versus Speed Muscle. I think it was something like that on Supercard of Honor 3, which the first one, you can never touch the first one. It's impossible. But this one is the 6-man tag team tradition. It continues with the Days of Future Past, which I think that's a cool name for it. With Johnny Gargano, TJ Perkins, and Kota Ibushi versus Will Ospreay, Marty Scurll, and Tommy End. Kind of disappointed Sabre isn't in this match, considering Scurll and End tore the absolute house down with Sabre against Mount Rushmore 2.0 at Bola Night 1, which was tremendous. This could be really good. This could be a great match, I think, with a lot of the talent, but we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, this could be a match of the night easily, but yeah, the Evolve title match is going to be Timothy Thatcher versus Sami Callihan. Like I said, Callihan, he's kind of, for some reason, I feel like he's not really motivated considering what happened with WWE and his departure. Well, mainly since he gave his notice I think it might have been November, but yeah, since he gave us notice last November, known as Solomon Crow, he worked at CZW and a lot of different promotions, so that's cool for him, but I don't know. This match kind of seems interesting, but I don't think it can be as great. I think this could be good, but not great, but yeah, that is if Thatcher retains the title against Matt Riddle, but it could be interesting. Next up, now that I see this card on paper, this is going to steal the show. Best in the World Challenge Series, the rival, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Chris Hero. This should tear the house. They are going to tear the house down after that great match that Hero had with Thatcher at the Super Show last year. I haven't seen it yet, but apparently it was a tremendous contest, and I believe it was even, I think it was nominated for the WWN Live Match of the Year. Thatcher's just really stolen the show on some occasions, and after these two had a fantastic, I legit mean it, a fantastic match at PWG Mystery Vortex 3, I really can't wait to see these two work again. I think they also had a match in Evolve last October or something like that. I think it might have been Evolve 47 or Evolve 46. I'm pretty sure it was around that weekend that they worked together. So, yeah, I think these two could tear the house down easily. It could be the match of the night, but we'll see. Shine Championship match. I don't watch Shine, but there's only one person I know in this match. You have Taylor Made defending against Ivelisse, which we all know. Ivelisse also worked Lucha Underground, and Ivelisse is really one of the best women's wrestlers I've seen in the last couple of years. Not as good as like Charlotte and Bayley and all that, but not showing bias towards NXT. But I'm just saying she's a great performer, I think, but we'll see if she can like deliver something with Taylor Made because I've never seen this chick before, nor do I ever watch Shine. But LV's really described them as like a terrible promotion because of like booking and all that. FIP World Title 4-Way. I've heard of 2 of these guys. I know the champion Caleb Conley, which, like I said, extremely overrated, but He's defending against Maxwell Chicago, Jason Cade, and Gary J. I know a lot of you don't know these guys. I've seen Gary J. He actually faced Conley at Evolve 45 in the opener, which was a decent match, but really FIP, ever since like Roderick Strong and a lot of other guys, like mainly Strong, Danielson, Tyler Black, Davey Richards, ever since those guys like left and they went for like TNA, WWE, or just stayed with Ring of Honor, they just really meant nothing. The promotion, some will say, like I said, nothing special. The third chapter, Matt Riddle versus Tracy Williams. Tracy Williams and Matt Riddle apparently had a classic match at Evolve 55, I believe. Moti Wrestling rated that as a 4.5-star match. I haven't seen that match, but I'm really interested to see it, considering these two, from what I saw in their first match, have really good chemistry. But yeah, there's that. Fred Yehi versus Drew Gulak. Respect is earned. I haven't seen Yehi yet, so I can't comment. Grudge match, Ethan Page versus Anthony Nese. I don't know anything if they've ever had a feud, because Ethan Page had a really big feud with Johnny Gargano last year in Evolve after turning on him after the champion versus champion match for the DGUSA Open the Freedom Gate and the Evolve title at the Super Show. Yeah, this is interesting. Not interesting, but Ethan Page is a really interesting performer. So yeah, I think this guy could really go. So I don't know what to say, but Super Show looks pretty good, but mainly Saber Hero, Thatcher Callahan, and the 6-man tag look really excellent. Also, Riddle Williams I think could be really good. But yeah, next up is Super Card of Honor. This is the last show I'll talk about before WrestleMania. I don't know if this is a pay-per-view or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be made for television, which, if that's what it is, this looks really, really good, actually. Mainly the first 4 matches I'll mention, I think, look really good. First up, the main match is Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly, no holds barred. This should be an awesome match, I think. After that awesome match they had, 4 years ago at Best in the World, I think these two have fantastic chemistry. I think these two could put on a great match right here, especially with the no holds barred stipulation. They had, like I said, the awesome show, almost stole show stealer at Best in the World in the Hybrid Fighting Rules match. They also had the match in PWG for the world title, which I haven't seen yet, but apparently was great. And then they had apparently another awesome match at Final Battle last December. I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, this could be tremendous. This could be the best match these guys have ever had, and really end the feud, please, because I'm starting to get kind of tired of like Adam Cole facing like the same guys over and over again. You know, Kyle O'Reilly, I like Kyle O'Reilly, but really end the feud already. They've already feuded for like 4 years, which no problem with them facing for years, but just don't drag it out for so long. But anyway, Bobby Fish versus Roderick Strong, 2 out of 3 falls. This is interesting because this is considering Bobby Fish's feud with Strong over the TV title, which this is not for the title because Tomohiro Ishii won the title at the Honor Rising show night 1. I haven't seen the match, but apparently it was great. Ishii's the current champion, I believe. If he hasn't dropped it to Tomake Watanabe, I think that's what it is, who's currently known as Evil, which for me it's a bit of a lame name, but whatever. If he hasn't dropped it yet, I wish they would have got Ishii for the show and done Ishii Strong 2 out of 3 falls instead of Strong and Fish. But considering Invasion Attack's coming up, Ishii, you know, with the whole travel situations and everything like that. But yeah, sorry about that. 4-corner survival #1 contenders match for the ROH World Tag Titles. This looks really good. I think if they took out the Addiction in this match, this would have been a tremendous match. The Addiction versus the Briscoes versus the Motor City Machine Guns versus the Young Bucks. I think this looks excellent on paper. I think the Addictions just really held the tag division back a bit. But really, Addiction, they're not as bad as they are, but I'm just getting bored with them. I mean, ever since they were Best in the World 2 years ago, they just never impressed me at any point. Maybe Christopher Daniels with that match against Cedric Alexander at Champions vs. All-Stars, but I don't know. This match is still going to be great, I think, but with the addiction, I think it could be a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. ACH and Matt Sydal versus the All Night Express looks really good on paper. ACH and Sydal teamed up on a few occasions after their Best of 5 series. But yeah, this could be really good with the All Night Express returning. I think it was... I think they returned at Death Before Dishonor. I think it was either Death Before Dishonor or All-Star Extravaganza, one of those shows. But yeah, with their return, I think it's really cool for Kenny King because I think he definitely deserves a singles push, but we'll see. War Machine versus Silas Young in the Beer City Bruiser. Could be mediocre. Dalton Castle versus BJ Whitmer. As much as I like Dalton Castle and the boy thing, BJ Whitmer's just lame as hell. Next. Speaking of next, a lot of you guys are going to be really interested with this show, but WrestleMania 32. Sorry it took 43 minutes to get to this point, but anyway. With the 7 matches on the card, I think this should be excellent. I think this should be a great show. Maybe could match WrestleMania 31. I haven't seen the show yet in a while, but I think with the matches on paper, this could be really good. At least great. I think it could be on the level of WrestleMania 22 or WrestleMania 7 or 8, where it could be really good to great, but you just have that one thing where it kind of holds. The booking really needs to count on the show more than anything. But I think on paper this looks like a really excellent card. If you think about it, if you don't go into oh, this guy's on the card, but not this guy, like other people, which not a dig at anybody, but yeah. With the pre-show, 4 matches, which the pre-show's 2 hours, and why the hell are you going to put 4 matches if you were just wasting time? Ugh. I can agree, they were just wasting time with the pre-show matches and not giving enough time to the main card matches. I mean, the 10 Divas tag match, funny, hilarious as hell story, but apparently an article came out 2 days ago, I think it was maybe yesterday, right after Raw, that when Eva Marie returned to help Alicia Fox, Natalia, Brie Bella, and Paige with the whole like that for the 10 Divas tag match, WWE actually expected Eva Marie to get a face pop, which she got booed out the building. I mean, she freaking sucks. Why would anybody cheer for her? I mean, it's stupid. I mean, Eva Marie sucks balls in the ring anyway. Well, maybe out the ring, if you know what I mean. But anyway, Eva Marie just sucks. I've seen a bit of her. I've seen some of her work. She completely sucks ass. Really, other than that match with Bayley, what can she really do? Because she just really needs to be overbooked and all of that, but whatever. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I saw part of Lundrick's preview video for today, and he's pretty much right. This is pretty much a C+ player type of battle royal where you have a lot of mediocre to non-noteworthy guys in there where they just put minuscule to nothing role, pretty much. But yeah, I can't really make a prediction. By the way, for the Divas tag, I don't give a damn. Team Total Divas, I'll go Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Either Tyler Breeze or Mark Henry, I think, would be the best options. Usos versus Dudleys, easily Usos. I mean, the Dudleys are pretty much like Lundrick said. They're pretty much the equivalent of Chris Jericho in the tag division, which no need to go into that. But this should be a really good match. I think if they're given at least 5 to 12 minutes, I think that will be the best amount of time. So maybe 7 to 12, but we'll see. The pre-show match, I think this may be the main headline of the pre-show, which will be the United States title match, Kalisto versus Ryback. Okay, first of all, you screwed Kalisto out of a pay-per-view match at Fastlane. I mean, considering people really liked his match with Del Rio on the Fastlane pre-show in that 2 out of 3 falls match, why? And the fact also that Ryback has been rumored to get a big push in facing Roman Reigns for the title. Why even put this in the pre-show? It doesn't make sense, to be honest. If it was on the main card, I would have been perfectly fine, but I'm just not really interested. But Kalisto's really put himself in a pretty good position to be on this card, to be a good mid-card player, but I don't know. Main card. Let's get to the main card. This video's going way too long. Anyway, with the main card, I think we're going to open up with the ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus The Miz versus Sin Cara versus Stardust versus Zack Ryder. I think the last guy, I don't think I got it. Give me a second. Oh yeah, Dolph Ziggler. I forgot. How could I forget? This should be a great match, I think, to open the show. But first of all, originally it was supposed to be Adrian Neville in this match, which I think he would have put on an excellent performance. But sad thing, he got injured in his match with Chris Jericho. But in his match with Chris Jericho 2 weeks ago, I think. Which, by the way, the referee should have ended the match anyway. What the hell? And Jericho, although he broke kayfabe, which sometimes you can't really do, thumbs up to the guy for actually caring about the man's health. Because if Neville would have kept going for another 5 minutes, no matter whatever the match length was, he would have been an easy long-time casualty. He's still injured, but I don't know when he'll be coming back. I mean, come on, the injury plague. Ugh. Just really... The injury plague's just been a pain in the ass to really see, but I'm going for Kevin Owens to retain the title. I wish they would have done this match between Owens and Zayn right here, considering what happened at the Royal Rumble, but at least they have a story, unlike last year with the whole capture the flag type of thing with the Intercontinental title. It should be great, and I'm expecting it to at least match, if not even top the ladder match from last year. But, again, Zack Ryder's in this match replacing Neville, so why even bother with him? They might as well have just done a 5 or a 4-way match, but anyway, going way too long. In fact, this is I think this is like the third time Zayn and Owens are in a ladder match together as rivals. I mean, the first one being at PWG Steam Wolf 4 years ago, I think, almost 5. Then they had Ladder War, which both matches were freaking brutal. Oh my god. Please, you guys, don't kill yourselves. Although you guys are friends, please don't kill yourselves in that match. Anyway, League of Nations versus the New Day 4-on-3 handicap match for the tag titles. This could be really good, a fast-paced, entertaining match. This could come after like this could be like the third match on the card, if not the second match. This could be interesting, but really with the whole face versus heel thing, I don't know. But could be entertaining. Divas Championship Triple Threat, I've really been enjoying the storyline so far. It's pretty interesting with Charlotte defending the title against Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. This could be a great match, I think, if given time. If they're given like 10 minutes, it could be really good, but if they're given like 15, it could be great, I think. Because after all the great matches they had together in not only the main roster, but in NXT, I think this could be the best match these three have ever had. If Bayley was in here and they got like 20 minutes, it would have been a classic, I think. Maybe even like at least a great match, but yeah, I'm really interested. And who to go over? Easy. The Boss. Sasha Banks. I'm just really interested. Anyway, next match. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. Number 4. Their first match was really good. The second match on SmackDown was great. And then the match at Fastlane, I thought that was probably their best match. It's either that or the SmackDown match. I'm kind of leaning towards the Fastlane match, but this match, I think, could be a great match. I haven't seen any like update about what this match is going to be because apparently it's supposed to be like a stipulation. But yeah, I think this could be the best match these guys have had against each other if they're given time, considering that WrestleMania is a 4-hour show. But yeah, I'm really interested, considering the Y2AJ match. Which, by the way, watch their match with the New Day in Chicago on Raw, March the 7th. That was an excellent tag team matchup. Well, not excellent, but a great match, a great TV match. I would say Raw match of the year right now. I would say the second best being Triple H and Dolph Ziggler from a week later. Which we've got a lot of great TV matches, especially Underground. I mean, Aztec Warfare. Oh my god. Anyway, last 3 matches, and I'm kind of conflicted with these matches, and also with Jericho Styles. Styles has to go over, please. Anyway, Hell in a Cell, Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker. If Shane wins, he gets control of Raw, which, first of all, why is Undertaker facing Shane? Well, I have no problem with it, but why is he, like, working for Vince? There's nothing between Taker and Vince that's really related, unless it's, like, with the storyline with Vince where he screwed up and he owes a debt to Shane for getting him out of the problem. But I think with the whole shenanigans, I think this is another match where it needs shenanigans like the street fight from WrestleMania 17 and the match between The Rock and Triple H at what was it, Backlash 2000. I think it needs that type of thing to make it a great match, if not at least really entertaining. Shane went through hell over the last several years, for many years, with a lot of these street fights. So I don't think it's going to be as brutal, but it's definitely going to be as entertaining, hopefully. Now, this match is going to steal the show easily. No holds barred. Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. I think with the whole build-up to the triple threat at Fastlane, WWE accidentally, if you want to call it that, stumbled onto Ambrose and Lesnar. And when they were building up to that match, I thought easily in my head, why isn't it Brock and Ambrose at WrestleMania? And then here you could do either Reigns versus Lesnar or Reigns versus Ambrose. That would have made perfect sense, and it would have built up to WrestleMania really well, because Ambrose is my current MVP for WWE this year, and my current Wrestler of the Year so far. I think personally, either that or I would have to say it. Dean Ambrose is the Wrestler of the Year so far. I mean, he's had great matches with Triple H. I haven't seen the match yet. It's just interesting. This should be a brutal match. I'm expecting it. I mean, Brock is gonna say like, you know what? I bled before in the past, so you know what? Here's another $100,000, depending on what the fine is. But whew, this should be a show stealer easily if they're given 25 minutes, something like that. And I mean, if Ambrose goes over, this will easily be a launching pad for him. And I'm really excited for this match. I think this could definitely be the match of the match of the night, and I think the match of the weekend if Nakamura Zayn doesn't deliver. But I'm definitely expecting this to be match of the night and the second best match of the show, or the best match of the show. Then the main event I am really, really conflicted on. First of all, the pros I have is that it's been a slow burner for months, and I'm pretty interested in it, and that's the WWE World Title match, Triple H versus Roman Reigns, and this could be a great match, I think. People are just butthurt today, because first of all, I understand the beatdown thing on Raw a few weeks ago was not the right way to go with Triple H beating down Roman, because he came off as a face and he didn't even try. And if they don't try to fix the problem that they made with Cena Triple H at WrestleMania 22, how is Roman supposed to get over? Because Roman really needs that big victory over Triple H for the title. Because if WWE screws it up and if they give Roman a heel win and he's still playing a babyface, that's pretty much John Cena 2.0, people. So, really, I think this will be a great match. I mean, Triple H, after the match with Ambrose and that awesome match that he had a couple weeks ago with Dolph Ziggler, I think he definitely could put on a great match. And with the conditioning, I think he's definitely going to do the best he can to put Roman over, despite the fact that he's going to win the title, and people are going to be conflicted about it. But overall, I think this will be a great match. And overall, sorry if my voice just doesn't sound good. I just went on for way too long, probably with all the shows. But I'm really excited, guys, with a lot of the shows coming up. So yeah, let me know what you think of this video. And once again, thank you guys for 100 subscribers as of March 23rd. My goal now is going to be for 200 subscribers. If it takes a while, it'll take a while. I'm not saying that I want to be the best YouTuber out there, but I want it to be at least one of the most, I don't know what the word is, but most significantly new YouTuber, although I've been around for 2 years. Hopefully everything goes good, but yeah, once again, thank you guys for 100 subscribers. I can't thank you enough. It really, really means a lot to me. I've been working so hard for 2 years, and hopefully WrestleMania weekend delivers. And like I said, Nakamura Zayn, I'm gonna lose it during that match. I'm probably gonna cry, but as I said, thank you guys. Love you guys. Hope you guys do well for WrestleMania weekend. Have fun. And until next time, yeah!